Daniel Alexander McCartney was born on December 15, 1983, and grew up in Loyalton, California. He was innately socially minded and had heart for justice and service to mankind. Daniel had a natural inclination to community service. He participated in Boy Scouts and was passionately competitive in baseball, basketball, football throughout high school. As many of you know, his competitive nature was always targeted at himself. He always strove to be better, more proficient, and always set the bar higher. This served to better those around him if they were paying attention. His kind and gentle soul was always available to anyone who showed interest. Upon completion of high school at the age of 18, a concentrated research of options for the next phase of life led Daniel to join the Navy. He wanted the opportunity to learn at a challenging level of technology and travel the world. He served as a satellite communications officer, or TEC, which involves strategy and movement of military operations around the world. Upon returning from a 6-month tour in Afghanistan, he was highly decorated and received numerous awards and commendations for his expertise and service. The bar he set for himself was always high. Fortunately, during his Navy days, technology in the form of email provided a way to connect with a lovely Loyalton lady with whom he fell deeply in love. In 2004, 2 months shy of his 21st birthday, he married Sierra, his true soulmate. 4 years later, Daniel was honorably discharged from the Navy. By the age of 25, he worked in juvenile detention for a period of time, and through a series of events was recruited to the Hoquiam Police Department. Consequently, he spent 6 years working as a field training officer, member of the SWAT, bike patrol, and crisis response, terms which led to receiving crisis response teams, which led to receiving the Masonic Award for Best Officer of the Year. In 2014, Daniel transferred to Pierce County Sheriff's Department, and in 2015 joined the Mountain Detachment. Daniel was born with a natural love for life and people. He innately knew the Christian principles of our existence, which was evident in everything he did. He was smart, really smart, quick-witted, and never at a loss for words. He enjoyed music, was expert in all things technological, a devoted sports fan, a self-proclaimed do-it-yourself home renovation extraordinaire, and at some point in life may have been a political force because of his passion. He was passionate in keeping with our Constitution and the will of the people. His being a driven CrossFit competitor and training coach was enthusiastically mentioned in as many conversations as possible. And I know that was a big thing here in Washington for him. The members of CrossFit Yum were amongst his best friends. With all his awards and accomplishment, Daniel's proudest achievement was in having married Sierra and helping to produce 3 beautiful sons, Titus, Tate, and Traxton. Life was meaningful to Daniel. He spent every moment possible in surrendering himself to the joys of participating in family life. He tucked his boys in for bed every night and read to them before he left for work. He loved daily wrestling matches, tactical Nerf wars, building Legos, and playing video games with them. Daniel and Sierra are soulmates. Life for the McCartney family has been, is, and will continue to be meaningful and fulfilling because of the love and high standards they held for each other and their family. Daniel died in the line of duty on January 8th, 2018, shortly after he turned 34. He lived a lot of life in a very short time. He was a fearless officer who was not afraid to live life to the fullest. His sacrifice has inadvertently benefited 2 youngsters who now will have opportunities to grow in loving families. Daniel will be well pleased.